We have these grievances. It is fact that we have 1% Chicano on Pepperdine campus. It is fact that we have no Chicano administrator, no Chicano full-time teacher. It is fact also that Pepperdine returned $35,000 in work studies program. Us, we the Chicanos, are asking for money. They tell us we don't, that Pepperdine does not have money, but yet they return all this money.
Dr. Scott, what are your reactions to the coalition of Black and Chicano students as to a proposed boycott against Pepperdine College?
Well, I would like to know the basis of the reason for the boycott, really. What specifically did they feel warranted a boycott of the college?
Well, they feel that there should be a 16% increase of Chicano registration within 5 years, and also there are no Chicano studies programs on the campus right now.
Well, number one, there is a Chicano studies program on the campus. We offer at this present time in our Ethnic Studies Department a Chicano study course, and we'd be very happy to increase those number of courses if student interest demanded it.
Have you made an effort to communicate this fact as to the lack of Chicano studies and Chicano participation to the dean of the school or to the campus officials?
We have done this all last year. We worked our asses off, but we worked to get Chicano studies going. And we kept getting told, well, eventually we'll get to Chicano studies. Eventually we'll get to Chicano studies. Eventually we'll recruit Chicanos. And we feel that the time has come that we can't be continually told that we're going to eventually get there. Either we get there now or else we're going to boycott and see what happens.
In other words, you're asking for an end to the discriminatory policies that have existed at Pepperdine.
Yes.
We're also trying to make the community aware of what's happening at Pepperdine aware of the community.
Dr. Scott, what are your reactions to the proposed boycott by a combination or a coalition of Black and Brown?
Saturday night, Chicano community, which consisted of many political associations from the Southwest, walked out of an ethnic studies banquet. The reason we walked out was because of Pepperdine's discriminatory practices against Chicano and their racist attitude towards Chicanos. Therefore, we are issuing the following proposed boycott: that all Pepperdine activities be boycotted, whether it be political event or sporting event. That all political groups of La Raza pressure their administrators to cancel all events with Pepperdine until Pepperdine shows some awareness or an attitude of helping La Raza. This boycott will go into effect immediately. All organizations of La Raza have been notified.
Ever since, Pepperdine was established, it has been doing a good job in avoiding the Chicano community. We're trying to establish some type of urban center at Pepperdine. We ask for money, they tell us they don't have money. It is fact that a foundation offered Pepperdine a large amount of money to establish an 8-story high-rise urban center to be staffed by minorities. Pepperdine refused it, saying it was not ready for it. Pepperdine is moving now to Malibu. It's more evident that Pepperdine does not want to commit itself to this, community.
A Chicano studies program.
We're coming right to that right now. On term under EOG, work study, or scholarships. The school be 16% Chicano within 5 years. We wish to see the beginning of the 26 classes in Chicano studies that we submitted in 1970, out of which no classes have been offered yet. We want Chicano counseling, which can be students, to help other Chicanos as they come into this school. We want a review board of 2 students, 2 faculty, 2 administrators, and 1 representative at large to be elected by the students to review all Chicano staff and classes to see if they are relevant to the Chicano student. We want a budget for Ethnic Studies Department to be split in half between Black Studies and Chicano Studies. We want Chicano Studies to be comparable to Black Studies. We want Chicano students in the Dean of Students office and in the Ethnic Studies Department to work with the school in recruitment of Chicano staff and students. We want a Chicano consultant in the admissions office. We also want SAT scores to be thrown out as a criteria for Chicanos because the SAT scores are nothing but middle-class, white-oriented, and Chicanos are not middle class. Senator Montoya has agreed to lead a federal investigation into Pepperdine's misusage of federal funds according to the Chicano.
Pepperdine was given $150,000 to help the immediate community. This was to start a program for high school students to more or less introduce them to the field of business. Again, the community has broken down 30% to Chicanos. Not one single penny went to the Chicano. Why? I asked that question.
Are there any questions?
Is in terms of student interest.
Well, do you feel that there has been a heavier concentration on black studies than on Chicano studies at the campus at the present time?
Yes, because our present enrollment is 18% black students. We're located, of course, in South Central Los Angeles, and for that reason, we have a very active black studies program, and certainly we're interested in the Chicano student. I might point out to you that in the past few weeks, we have been in correspondence with over 315 Chicano students, which we've offered some financial aid in order to come to Pepperdine. We are, of course, a private college, and therefore we must charge tuition, and many students cannot attend for that reason. But we received the names of some rather outstanding students from Mr. Felix Castro in the Youth Opportunities Program, and we've written letters to these students indicating our interest in their attending Pepperdine University.
Well,
We'd be very happy for them to come.
Why are there no Chicano faculty members at the present time?
Well, we do have, of course, in our particular Chicano course, we have a Chicano faculty member, and we have a large number of black faculty members, and certainly we have faculty members from a variety of ethnic backgrounds. Because of our location, as I stated, our Black Studies program is in a greater degree of advancement than our Chicano Studies program, but it's not because of the fact that we have one particular interest more than another, but when one finds itself in a location such as ours, we obviously want to relate most effectively to those students who come to our campus.
Thank you very much.
I think that's kind of a generalization, is to have no sympathy for Chicano people. I think that we have our faculty members are drawn from all parts of the nation, and we do have faculty members who originally were from Texas, but I think that those faculty members would have an interest